You don't mind Court TV, do you?
No.
Fantastic. Again, I want to thank you for riding with Uber.
And then did that include the utilities or not?
It included all the utilities and everything. And then I want to say about a month and a half later, his grandmother
Please
paid
use your
his
seatbelt
portion
for
of the
your
rent,
safety.
gave us an AC unit, and they stated that they wanted an AC unit for us to run the AC. And
They wanted what?
a whole AC unit.
She wanted you to gift her an AC.
Yes.
If you wanted to run your AC, because presumably your AC would then raise the utility bill. So as compensation, is that what you said to him? What did you say to him about utilities?
Well, he said he was gonna get us an AC. So I
Are
told him
utilities included or aren't they in the $600?
they were.
But
The AC running constantly, because it's so hot, raises the utility bill up more.
right?
So he offered to give me $200 to help with the utility bill extra.
Okay, so you didn't demand the $200 from him, he offered?
Yes.
Okay. What day did you pay her $200 for utilities?
So that was in mid-June or
It
July.
was July 7th.
Yes.
The exact date was July 7th.
Correct.
All right, and then what happens?
So then a couple
Things go wrong when? In August?
August 1st.
August 1st, you pay the rent, and after you pay the rent, she puts in writing and tells you that you guys need to be out September 1st.
Yes, because of the, I guess, Habitat for Humanity that called her and stated that she could not rent out rooms, but there was
How many rooms are in this house? Did Habitat for Humanity build this house for you?
Yes.
And is it supposed to be for you and your family, or supposed to be for you to rent out?
For me and my family.
Okay, but you're renting it out.
I was renting the room, yes.
Okay, how many people were living there when they were living there?
It was me, my husband, my son, my daughter.
That's 6.
So plus them is 8, yeah.
So there's a lot of people in here.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So you give them notice, and the reason that you're asking them to leave is what?
There was too many people.
Too many people in the house. Too many
Too
people.
many different personalities.
People
And
weren't getting along.
It was kind of touch and go.
Okay, this is the juicy part. This is the part I like, and you're depriving me of it, and I don't want you to deprive me of it. What was the problem? What do you like? Give me an example of the problems that were arising.
Other people in the house weren't happy, and some of his actions was jokingly, but some people didn't take it.
For example, what?
Like, oh, okay, so my husband's friend and something about in the butt or something.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly.
All right. I asked. All right. So sexual innuendo,
Yes.
and other people didn't like it,
Yes.
and
He
okay.
was joking, but other people didn't take it that
Right.
way.
Okay. All right. Well, for whatever reason, she gives you notice, and you don't like it because you're like, we didn't do anything wrong.
Your Honor, I questioned it because the way she served us with that letter, it was so off the chain. Like we just paid rent.
Right.
And then
It's
she
kind of the
wants-
way the landlord has to do it if they want to get rent. So they get the rent from you, and then they're required to give you 30 days notice. So they give you the notice after the rent. You give it before the rent, you're not going to get the rent.
So I did have questions.
Right.
And
Because
I did
let's
have-
be clear though about one thing. You guys understand that your only right is to have 30 days notice. You get that, right? Because you don't have a lease. Right. First say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay.
I do get that, and
Right.
his grandmother,
What's the deal between your grandmother and her? You're Kevin, right?
Yes.
What's the deal between your grandmother and her that they text each other and stuff?
Well, my grandmother just she's looking out for my well-being.
But do they know each other? They appear to know each other. Oh no, they never met each other.
no,
Okay.
not before we moved in.
Okay.
So the thing that really threw me off though is like we sat down and had a whole house meeting, and they said that the whole thing with the baby wipes is because like she sat down with us and everyone in that house sat down and had a whole conversation that because when he goes to the bathroom he leaves, how can I say it?
Oh, just say it.
Shavings.
What are
Like,
shavings?
from the middle of the thigh.
Right, like a couple of times, and I just wanted to make sure that wouldn't happen again, and that's what they wanted to make sure. That's why we had that house meeting.
But they offered to put baby wipes in the bathroom.
So he could wipe
The toilet seat. So he goes in the bathroom about a week later.
I only have girls, so everything I'm hearing is just killing me right
So,
now.
Your Honor, you know how you sweat?
Sweat.
Okay.
Yes, I know how one sweat. Yes, I
Okay,
live
so
for the
you
moment.
Sweat and you walk, right?
Right?
What happens? You chafe. I
Okay.
think it's called chafe.
Okay, but so
So when you
physically,
sit on the toilet,
right?
what happens when you sit on the toilet? That chafe is gonna go on the toilet.
What does shape look like? Does it look like hair? Does it look like what? Does it look like uterus? Does it look like...
Little skin, dead skin.
So you're actually talking about dead skin.
Right. These guys said that they were gonna put baby wipes to make
Who's
sure.
these guys? Which guy said that?
Miss Laura and Mr. Chris said that there was going to be baby wipes
Okay.
in the bathroom.
So this is, by the way, we're already talking now in August that this problem happens.
Yeah.
Like you're already leaving September 1st.
Right.
Right. So now there arises an argument over the number of baby wipes used.
Correct.
Between whom and whom? Who has that
So
argument?
him and their son.
Okay.
And when I came out to Chris, because there was a whole bunch of argumentative stuff going on where who used my baby wipes, they need to replace
Wasn't
them.
Chris part of the baby wipe discussion?
So here's where I'm getting to. His son went down and up the hallway saying whoever used my wipes better replace them. So we're just like in our room, we have the door closed, like, you gonna knock on the door and ask? Or are you just gonna sit out there and be belligerent? So we waited. And then when he went out to go smoke a cigarette, that's when the whole thing
Who went out to go smoke a cigarette?
Kevin.
Now I want to hear from Kevin. Kevin, what happened?
So I went out to go smoke a cigarette, and his son confronted me. He was like, "Were you the one that used the baby wipes?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did. I wanted to wipe off the toilet seat." And he was like, "Don't do that. That's not yours to use." And then I responded with, "Well, I thought it was mine," and he shut me up. He just kept cutting me off, and he just got real defensive and real hostile towards me about it.
And wait a second. Did a fist fight happen?
No.
Okay. Nobody pushed anybody, nothing, just the argument outside.
Yes.
And then did you guys call police?
But tell her
Yeah, the
also
police
let her know.
Why were the police called?
It was about to be a fist fight. So
How was it about? Hey, hold on. Were you there? Were you
Yes,
there?
I was
Okay,
there.
but it's his story. Can we let him talk?
Yes,
Hold on.
yes,
Go ahead.
sorry.
So go on.
Chris's son was like, "Well, we can see it in the street if you want to get mouthy."
Okay. And what did you say?
I said, "No, it's not necessary."
And then what did he say?
He said, "It sounds necessary."
And
Sounds
what did you
want
say?
to fight." Then I said, "I don't want to fight."
Okay. And then what did
We
he
had
say?
we had a conversation about it already.
Okay. And then?
That's when we kept going on, and that's when Chris said that he was going to call the cops.
Okay. And who did call the cops?
I did.
Oh, good.
Because
Why am I not surprised? All right. So, and
But I was in the living room where Chris was sitting down just listening to everything, and I was like, Chris, can you go get your son? So when they keep pressuring him and arguing, it kind of brings back his PTSD.
Okay.
So I decided, I told Kevin, come on, let's go. I'm calling the police.
okay. So you call the police go out there and they say, and they ask, go ahead.
We sat in Grandma's truck for about 30 minutes, and then the police arrive and say, what do you want to happen? I said, just make it so that we can go in there calmly, we can go back to bed. And then we go back in there, and then 2 days later, the breaker turns off.
Did you turn off the breaker?
I did
the
not.
electricity?
I did not. Sometimes it flips. I did not turn off the breaker.
So what flips? Just the,
Usually the bedroom and sometimes the laundry room. It
yeah,
depends
and
which one.
except that what was losing electricity this time? Just the bedroom that you're renting out?
Yes.
Yeah, you can't do that. All right.
I'm not that malicious.
Well, it sounds a little malicious when
I know.
landlord, because you wanted them out and they weren't
Yeah.
getting out, and all of a sudden the electricity. You had said that they had until the 1st. What made that change? Because now you wanted them. I see the text where you're saying get out now. So what happened in that interim?
So they went to 7-Eleven and they were telling the cashier there about how that he had to clean everything. So when I hear that I'm being talked about, my husband's being talked about, it raises my anxiety up and I get upset. Yeah.
Yeah, that's well. I gotta tell you, you're not suing for the rest of August. All right, what do you respond to him, or do you respond to him when he asks for that money?
So I brought up that we needed, I was telling him about the berry bushes and that we need a weed killer. He says, find out how much it costs and I'll get it for you. So I told him how much it was. He's like, go ahead, order it on Amazon. Same with the toilet stuff.
But can I ask you something? Why are you hitting him up for money for that?
I wasn't, he offered.
No, he doesn't even know you needed it to tell him. And he's a tenant, so why is it
I just told him that he needed it, and he said he would get it, he would pay for it.
Okay, so that's the weed killer. And then let's talk about the toilet flushing mechanism. What's that about?
So our toilets would keep running because the thing wasn't clamping down right on the inside.
A new flapper.
Yeah, and him and my husband, I think it was, went to Home Depot and got the parts. He paid for them.
So he knows you're already kicking him out, and he pays to fix the toilet, which is the landlord's job. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Okay. The utilities you paid July 7th, right? And your version of the story is that she told us if we wanted to keep using the AC, we had to give her $200.
She stated in front of him that if we didn't get the $200, it wasn't a one-time thing; it was a monthly thing, and it was.
Yeah, but you paid that $200 in July. You didn't pay it in August.
Because we got an AC that she used, and if you look, I'm not trying to be rude.
Stop a second. So what you're saying is that in the month of August you bought her an AC.
No, July.
In the month of July you bought her an AC.
Yes.
And then what, did you take that AC with you when you
She
left?
did.
Okay, so you took both ACs.
Yep.
Okay. What was it like those 3 days after she tells you you got it home, and for those 3 days what happened?
Stress.
Just everybody not talking to each
Yeah,
other?
well, when she gave us the letter, we went up to the 7-Eleven at the end of the corner, and that's where that came into play, because she said some things. I agreed, I concurred, and I said, yes, it is a messy house. There's a bunch of animals. What do you expect?
How many animals were there?
There's so many, Your Honor. The bedroom floor smells like pee.
Okay, how many animals are there?
So there's darn near, there's a lot of cats. I counted 20.
How many animals are there?
I counted 20.
20? Wait, for real?
Yeah.
20 cats?
Welcome back to People's Court. I'm Harvey Levin. So this is a case where people living under the same roof just don't get along. The plaintiffs say that the defendant kicked them out, owes them money. We will find out. Let's go back in the courtroom.
How many cats are there?
There's enough to fill a horse.
Hold on. 6 cats?
2 kids.
Two were outside all the time. Oh, the two kittens that one served and one's my
So 8 cats.
Yes, and two were about to kick it.
Any dogs?
Three
3
small
dogs, 8 cats.
3 small dogs.
Okay,
There's
so
a hamster.
and a hamster,
There was a guinea pig.
a partridge in a pear tree. There's a lot of animals here. All right.
The pig's gone.
All right. Let's stop. Let's discuss the law here. Okay? When you tell them you may not live here for the rest of the month, you don't get to also keep the rest of the month. Okay? You have to return the prorated portion. So, number one, I am ordering you to return the prorated portion that they're suing for. The next thing, the 2 items that I want to talk about are the weed killer and the flushing mechanism. If I have a right to use that for the whole month of August and you've kicked me out, I guess you didn't really give me the enjoyment of the article that I bought. And it's frankly a little bizarre because it's really the landlord's obligation. That's not something they have to kick in. But I don't care if they agree they're going to kick in, then they're going to kick in. And they kicked in. And then you threw them out. So all of a sudden now, they don't get to enjoy what it is that they didn't even have to kick in for to begin with. So I'm going to order you to return the 70 and the 37. The 200 is a little bit more difficult, you see, because
Right here to the right.
Yeah, it's this bright teal house. It's the next one.
Oh, the blue
this
one?
yeah.
Oh, that's fun. All right. Well, thank you again, Taylor, for riding with Uber. Have a great evening.
But you don't get to have then something you agreed to pay in the midst of your tenancy given back to you just because your tenancy ends, because when all is said and done, understand you're a month-to-month tenancy. So the 200 you're not going to get, but the rest of the money that you're suing for you are. I am ruling in favor of the plaintiffs in the amount of the $339.26.
scrub the carpet because it smells like cat urine. Good for you. That's good.
Well,
Listen, you were introduced in the courtroom as Kevin being your fiance. Are you guys planning on getting married? Yes. You are. When's the wedding date? Did you set it yet? January or February. You want it in the fall or after a month? Now, why's that? He likes the cold. I like snow. All right. Good luck to you.